Hello and welcome to the second semifinal of the Northern Lights League Soccer Tournament as we start here once again with the second seeded and defending champion Munising Baptist Bobcats breaking loose and trying to get on the board early against the home team, the host Mackinac Island Lakers. Hello, my name is Bryce Burge here from Mackinac Island as we are in the Jamadots press deck to have today's contest. Corner coming up quickly from Maloney, sends it into the box, bounces off of Jasmine Graves a couple of times before it's kicked up high by the Laker defense. Be a throw in from the other side, courtesy of Graves. Now coming out towards Ryan Swift over the middle. Eventually, now it's going to go out of bounds here as Mackinac Island's in their road whites for this contest because they are the lower seed in this one, finishing third overall in the Northern Lights League regular season table. Some aerial shenanigans going on right now over the middle as the Bobcats continue to play somewhat of a younger roster. Munising has won both of the regular season contests between these two schools. Throw in now, coming from Derby Cromer, deep over the middle of the pitch towards Matt Cowell. Ball put in towards net. The first shot of the day is going to be on goal, but saved. Matty Gamble, the one putting that one towards the net to be picked up by Mr. MacArthur. There's going to be a foul on that one. So it'll be a free kick now for Maloney. Maloney can score from that distance. We saw it in last year's championship game. So we'll see how far they want to march him back. Swift and the younger Maloney in the box, but that one just a little bit wide to the left. Cromer, near side, trying to center the ball, hitting it straight towards your Medilodge Munising player of the the quarterfinal for Munising Baptist, Emma Swift. As she plays it out towards the corner, Matt Cowell continuing to go and give chase. Swinging back through, give and go back to Cowell as he drives towards the baseline. Setting over now for Gamble. Gamble's going to get the ball poked away from her. And now here comes Maloney on the near side. The younger Maloney, that is Michael Maloney. As he's trying to chase the ball down now. Swift up against Cromer. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Mackinac Island. And now it will be moved into that position. Still scoreless early on here in the first half. Winner gets to face Big Bay to knock for the title. Ball still loose over the middle. Poked away from the defender and almost got a silver platter presented to the double goal scorer earlier in today's contest in Vincent Davis. Instead, Maloney will push down the near side. Muscling hard against Logan Warner in defense. Ball's in the box. Maloney pushing again. Both Maloney's in play. And the ball is going to be out of the box, but remain with Munising Baptist as Swift holds on to that one. Throwing in towards the box. Maloney's off sides right now. Sneaks back on sides, but the ball is going to be turned over towards Mackinac Island. Lakers trying to throw this over the middle. Finding Davis. He's got Gamble with him. Up front, there's also Cowell again. Coming over the middle, and that's a goal. Davis over the middle gets on the board, and that's a quick one in transition for the Lakers here. Fixing the graphic. And that's a 1-0 score early on. Munising Baptist will be starting off here after that goal was allowed. A dump and chase now for the Bobcats as they go into the corner. Maloney going up now against Bunker to try to keep that one. Instead, it's going to be a throw in deep in the zone for the Bobcats. Maloney looking over the middle. Can't get the ball away. Owen Morse in coverage. And he'll start the counterattack the other way with Derby Cromer in action. Trying to find Cowell over the middle. That one's poked away by Mosier. And then a one-timer is going to be way to the right. And I'm not sure if that's going to stay in bounds or not. Kept in bounds by Herman, and I'm not sure why. Probably should have let that one go. It was off of everybody. But now it will be out of bounds. It will be a throw in for Mackinac Island deep in their offensive zone. Cromer in. It's going to be handled, though, by Swift, but Cowell coming in hot to try to poke that one away. Instead, the counterattack is going to be on the far wing, courtesy of Skylar Graves, as he's going to try to feed Maloney in. Good job there by the defense to kind of swing that around. Instead, you got a couple players trying to come up and get the ball, and it's going to be Shank and spun backwards. And finally, it's going to be Bunker that's able to move it out of harm's way. Now Swift bringing it back into the zone. Maloney asking for it as Swift falls down pretty awkwardly there. Either way, Herman now trying to get the ball back in the offensive zone. And we're getting the deep field volleys between these programs over the middle third. Ball poked away by Myers. Myers cutting over to the middle of the field. Swift in chase. Feeding to the outside for Cromer, who's going to have to throw this one in. And MacArthur's going to come in, and it went through his legs, and he had to circle back. Dangerous situation there for the Bobcats. And instead, they're going to start on the offense the other direction. Feeding it in towards Maloney. Breaking out right. He's going to take the shot and handled solidly by Gail Mosley. Ball out in the middle of the pitch. Jasmine Graves with this one. Moving towards the left. She's got a couple of options, but right now he has to deal with Owen Morse. Circles back to the younger Maloney. Crosses it down in the middle. And will pop out over towards the middle of the pitch. Winning that one, though, is Vincent Davis. Moving straight up the middle. He's got a guy on the left side. Moser comes in last second to poke that one away. Ball still in Laker possession. Left wing. Davis puts it towards the net, and that's going to be way out of bounds. Even though that Mackinac Island is the home team because of where it's located, they are the lower seed and are designated as the visitors in this contest. So the visiting team technically being shown as the leaders on the board right now. Adding a little bit of confusion for the home faithful, but nothing too much that another goal might help to clarify as a deep crossing pass. Can't find anybody inside the box. Cowell, and now Cowell again is multiple stuff, almost an own goal, and that one's punched in. Davis with his second. Ball left in the box just way too long for Munising Baptist, and they find themselves down quickly 2-0. Davis sitting on the back door. He just waited for that ball to come to him. Have to see how Munising Baptist is going to try to overcome this one, as Maloney's going to kick this one downfield quickly. Pushed up on the left wing towards Davis. Davis once again fakes out Maloney and pushes up the left wing once more. Tries a centering pass, popped up by Norton. Norton trying to bring it down, but just an aggressive push here, and it's going to be eventually picked up by MacArthur. He'll put the boot on it and send it down the field. Splitting the difference will be a couple of different Munising players. Maloney trying to keep it on that side of the field. Fighting for the ball. Steps on that one, and it's going to go back over towards Mackinac Island. They'll be chasing it down on the near side. Swift involved on this as well. Ball comes up easy for Trek Phils. He'll throw that one forward. Mackinac Island once again on the attack. Davis cutting in loose, now sending that one over. And here comes Cromer with an opportunity. Swift coming in late to kind of slow that one down. Swift just using that opportunity to let that one slowly milk itself out of bounds. As the home team is up 2-0 early here in the second semifinal against Munising Baptist. Ball comes out loose. And now towards the back line. Michael Maloney leading the charge. Now it comes out over the middle towards Gamble of Mackinac Island. Ball will be poked out loose. Avery Groots now coming onto this one. On the far side. And fed in towards the middle. Herman trying to chase that one down. And will smartly kick that one out of bounds, looking for an opportunity to slow down this Mackinac Island offense. Very quick with the situations, one after another. Throw in coming. It will be short for Gamble. Back now towards Cromer, who's going to send it over the middle. Looking for Davis on the cross. Was a little bit too bouncy there, but it's going to be Davis running down to shut down that passing lane as the Bobcats are trying to move it up that right side and find something offensively to start pounding along. Haven't seen Dylan Swift in this one, who was injured on the Tuesday game against Ojibwe to round out the regular season. One of the offensive options down the field, as the front line will be Maloney, and Graves. Corner kick upcoming. Ryan Swift will take this one. Tom Norton coming off. Ethan Swift coming on for Munising Baptist. Multiple marks up low. And they're able to knock the corner kick away. Bounces around in the box and eventually cleared. Kept in by Phils, though. Now it's going to be Jasmine Graves trying to hold on to this one, and that pass is booted downfield. Herman approaching it quickly, turns the ball over, pounding hard on the outside is Cowell. Cowell looking for somebody over the middle, can't find anybody, though. Moser trying to come in short, and even though there's a shot that was taken, that one's going to be stopped once again by MacArthur, and that's a takedown. Foul against Mackinac Island. We'll get a free kick. Maloney putting it towards net. That's enough to bounce over, and it will be handled by the keeper, Mosley, with another save. Mackinac Island currently has twice the amount of shots compared to Munising Baptist. Even on that late push, no real opportunity there. Really, it's been the Vincent Davis show on the other side of the pitch as he's got the ball now. Fancy footwork, staying on his feet, recovering, and then switching back over the middle. trying to find Groots, but it's going to be popped up. Ball is loose again. It stays on the ground, and Moser's going to push it towards the corner. Stays in bounds. Chasing down is Davis. Swift in defense, and she'll dump it into the woods. Ball thrown in. Davis trying to punch it off Swift down low to force a corner. I think he did just that. 2-0 Mackinac Island on top of Munising Baptist in the first half of the second semifinal. Big Bay Tanaka awaits the winner. Corner upcoming for the Lakers. Put in towards the box. Knocked down and corralled by MacArthur. MacArthur sprinting, punting, and putting it downfield. Maloney trying to come quickly to this one. He's got a breakaway opportunity into the box, the front box, and scores! Maloney getting the Bobcats on the board, and now we've got a 2-1 contest, and this one's a game all of a sudden. The senior coming up big for the Bobcats. Brilliant breakaway, too, and I liked what happened beforehand to set that up. I mean, Maloney made his men miss, and that's a key aspect of this entirety of this aspect, but to make sure that you can get the pass to him, good job out there on the wings by the Bobcats. Quickly responding now is Davis for the Lakers. He'll try to cross this in, actually bounces it off of a couple defenders, and Swift's just going to send this one down towards the sideline, a little bit too far for Maloney to give chase. Thrown in now for Cromer. Taken away by Michael Maloney, the younger Maloney brother. They're going to say play on, and now it's going to be Josh Maloney trying to fight everybody as multiple calls are coming in from the near sideline official. They'll call it a free kick, and it'll be Josh Maloney wearing the captain's armband, setting up a set piece opportunity here. Maloney approaches, goes straight for the goal. It's still loose, bounces out. Maloney striking and gets too much on it for the pass. I think it was more of a pass instead of a shot because that was actually dead on with Skylar Graves in the back corner. Had the opportunity for the header in. Instead, he skied the pass instead of taking on the shot. Either way, that's really just for my scorekeeping stats. It doesn't matter for the actual gameplay. It's ball towards Mackinac Island, but a quick turnover is going to leave the Bobcats with the ball near the box, trying to make sure that they stay on side. And a shot comes in, and Swift equalizes. Just a waltzing right in. That ball had swagger from the second it left his right foot. Ties this one back up at 2. Honestly, when these two teams play each other, it's a high-scoring affair, so I'm not sure why everybody was panicking against 2 goals right off the bat. I mean, the last game that I remember the score for was 8-5. So I expect to see more goals in this contest from both sides. This is going to be a fun one offensively for both fan bases. We've got an out of bounds for a throw-in on behalf of Mackinac Island. Deep throw looking for Vincent Davis on the far sideline. Popped out over the middle looking for Matt Cowell. He's going to have to retreat, but maintains control and possession of the ball. He's got some options to pass it with a give and go, and that's going to be turned over towards Swift. That's going to be headed back towards the goalie, who's going to pick up the ball. Maloney asking why that wasn't a handball in the box scenario, but it's ruled a deflection. I could see that. So play on, and the Bobcats with the ball. Moving up the far sideline is Swift, looking to avoid another defender. Instead, Avery Groots is able to put that one out of play and force a throw-in from Munising Baptist. looking for Skylar Graves along the baseline. Popped up for an opportunity, but just carried a little bit too far. Now it's a foot race to go catch up with the ball, won by Michael Maloney. Kept in by Swift. He recenters, tries to force that one in. A lot of good defensemanship, and finally a shot by Swift, easily handled there by Mosley. Solid save there by the goaltender. Now Mackinac Island will try to get that counterattack going a little bit. Matty Gamble starting things off, far side. Over to Cowell. Now it's back to Rain with Cromer slipping on the ball on that one. It's going to be a little damp here for the next couple of minutes as the rain comes down. Gamble looking for somebody. She's got Graves covering her. Phil's just trying to slow that one down, but it's going to eventually redirect towards Cowell. And now on the near side for Davis. Davis stutter step just a little bit too long. I think if he would have angled more towards the post, I think he had a pretty solid opportunity there, but just waited a little bit too long on that development. And now it's coming back quickly the other way. Maloney and Chase, and the ball's going to go out past the end line. And a very delayed call is going to call a corner. Now setting up for the corner will be Maloney on the far side. Michael Maloney down inside the markings. Skylar Graves sliding over as well, but the ball's going to spin out more towards Truck Phil's and be brought out defensively by Mackinac Island. The counterattack is on. Davis is sliding. The pass in towards him is going to be off mark and go out of bounds for a goal kick, courtesy of MacArthur. Tied 2-2 here in what's been a dramatic and fun-filled first half of a semifinal matchup in the 2-3 game. Swift will put that one on the ground, brings it up now towards Michael Maloney. Maloney losing the ball, and a give and go is going to put that over the middle, but an aggressive header there by Swift is still going to give the possession back to Munising. They'll leave it forwards for Swift. He's being covered now by Avery Groots, and there's going to be a foul on that one. As it's a clean play, but just an inaccurate poke on that one. So it's a valid foul, and Maloney rushes that, will attack straight on, and he skies it over the bar. We'll get some substitutions now as we will see Dylan Swift coming into play. And a lot of people coming up big and cheering on him as he's making his first appearance after injury. Coming on towards that left wing and attacking hard to go in and mess straight up with Vincent Davis. Those two fighting hard for the ball. Davis getting the example on the outside. And it's going to be a foul against Swift. Davis was happy with that one, but he was almost so happy, I thought it was kind of sarcastic. Free kick coming towards the net, high, and hits off the head of Matthew Cowell out of bounds. He kind of got jammed up there because of the crossing coverage by goaltender John MacArthur. If you can't beat them, join them in this case, because their joined effort is what got that ball out of bounds, resulting in a goal kick. Whatever's going to work for the freshman goaltender, you just got to make happen. You're tied 2-2 in the playoffs. Let's go. Maloney fighting now against Matty Gamble. Gamble able to get that to a teammate, but now the kick is, and the ball is kind of left in no man's land. Eventually Picked up by Cowell, moving on that far wing, now trying to level it off, ends up banging it off the backside of Zoe Mosier, but it comes all the way over to Cromer on the near side. He'll take a shot going towards the pipe, ends up being picked off anyway by MacArthur. Solid save there for the goalie. Comes out now, flick forwards by Munising Baptist, cleared out by Lakeland Bunker of the Lakers. Now Maloney coming across again. Lots of contact, but the ball almost completely stops. It's going to spin towards the Mackinac Island bench, and it'll be a throw-in now for the Bobcats. Short to Skylar Graves. Pops around on the defender, and it's going to be cleared out once again. I believe that was Roman Looks like I've got a typo, and I can't tell which if that's Gruitz or Grietz. We'll find out. Either way, my apologies for mispronouncing one of your guys' names. Either way, ball comes out loose. Handled by Davis. Now over to Cromer. Back towards Davis, but Phils is going to just pop that one up high. Gives the opportunity for Swift to come in and try to get physical on this one. Instead, Cromer's going to be able to advance it down the field. Emma Swift pops it up, slows it down. Pass over on the far side, comes over the middle, and that shot's going to go wide. Cowell with a good idea. Honestly, that was where he needed to place it because it was going to give him the highest probability. Just missed it wide. Tough break there, as now both teams have over 10 shots. And we're just running 30-minute halves. Think about what this would happen if this was full 45-minute halves. Either way, developing further is the Bobcat offense, trying to feed Maloney, giving it up towards Swift. Now Swift trying to hold his own inside that grouping of Laker defenders. The Lakers win. They'll get the ball, move back the other direction. Off of Swift, coming towards Herman. Herman pops it up. It goes straight over the middle and over towards the net, and it's going to be ran out. And MacArthur's able to hold on to that one before it leaves the box. He'll punt it downfield. Bouncing a couple of times. Missed the header opportunity. Now here comes Skylar Graves. Cleared out by that back line. Chasing down is Maddie Gamble. Gamble, one-on-one, up against Skylar Graves on the far side, and she's going to trip over the ball and make sure that she tags the bag on the way down. Safe at second. Seeing a substitution as Venneberg comes in now for Herman on that back line. Substitution over, throwing for Munising, headed out of bounds. We'll try this one again about 15 yards downfield. Looking for Graves on the near side, able to feed Maloney towards the middle, but that's knocked away. Kept around Skylar Graves, over to Swift. He flicks it on. Back to Swift, trying to throw it forwards to find Maloney. Instead, it's going to be punched out there, and now headed out by Harrison Myers. Myers trying to lead it out himself to find Cromer on the near wing. Moving on the outside, Sutter steps around Venneberg, throws it towards the net, and an aggressive push there by MacArthur is going to corral that one before anybody else can try to help out. Headed along by Maloney, splitting the defender, gets around another one, and instead it's going to be Myers trying to get it and keep it in, and almost kept it in. It actually bounces off the flag on the near side. That should be a corner for Ryan Swift and Munising Baptist. 2-2 in the first half. Haven't had a goal in a while. I feel like we're due for some kind of scoring, either here or on that dangerous counterattack. Ball's going to come out of bounds. We'll try another corner. Fifth corner of the contest for Munising Baptist. Ball comes loose, knocked away, still headed, and in! Maloney gets his second off the header. And the Bobcats come in for a lead, and that, based on how it's going to look, we're going to get a halftime called. And with seconds before halftime, Munising Baptist takes the lead with a 3-2 score thanks to Maloney's header, his second of the contest. We'll take a break. We'll get set up for the halftime show, and we'll come back here from what's going to be a fun one the rest of the way out. Munising Baptist 3, Mackinac Island 2. You're watching and listening to the Northern Lights League Soccer Tournament Semifinal right here on Facebook Live.
Enjoy a great meal while taking in the beautiful scenery of Hovey Lake at the Buckhorn Resort. Located on Buckhorn Road in Munising, the Buckhorn Resort has over 10 burgers to choose from. Try their signature burger, the Buckhorn Burger, a bourbon-glazed third-pound Angus beef patty smothered in chunky blue cheese and bacon, served on a home-style sandwich roll. Buckhorn Resort opens at 11 a.m. daily, or you can call 387-3559. All trails lead to the Buckhorn Resort. Parents can't always be there to ensure their child is safe in sports. That's where the certified athletic trainers at UP Rehab Services step in. They assess and treat injuries, provide rehab, and make the important calls about concussions. UP Rehab Services, along with UP Health Systems, keep athletes safe and in the game. We are your fast track to recovery. Contact us today for a free injury screen at uprehab.com.
What drives you? Is it the desire to get back to nature and enjoy the beauty of the world around us? Or is it the adrenaline you feel when you hit the trail on your bike? Maybe what drives you is the thrill of the catch. Or maybe it's about who you're getting outside with. But whatever drives you, Fox Marquette Chevrolet gets you there.
Man, I love this UP life.
Find new roads at Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
As things slowly get back to normal in the Upper Peninsula, the employees at Embers Credit Union are here, ready to serve you. Our frontline staff is ready to safely handle cash and checks and answer questions you have about your account. Our loan team is ready to help out with new or existing loans in person, on the phone, or through email. Our commercial team is ready to assist you with your business loan and the Payment Protection Program. We are always ready to take members to the next level. We're Embers Credit Union. Let's live it up.
The Pub in Chatham is open for dine-in or takeout and offering specials all week long. We have tacos on Tuesday, wings on Wednesday, fish fry Fridays at the Pub can't be beat. We have only the freshest Lake Superior fish, featuring whitefish from Van Landshut's or perch and walleye from Phil's. And let's not forget Saturday, where our ribs are always available. And there's more. Breakfast is back Friday through Sunday. Indoor-outdoor seating available. Come on over to the Pub or call 439-85.
And welcome back to the A Burger halftime show as Munising Baptist with late heroics to jump ahead 3-2 in this one against the Mackinac Island Lakers. We'll pull up the A Burger stat graph. As you can see that this is a close contest between them all, offensively minded for sure, with a 13-11 shot advantage for Munising Baptist, a 10-8 shots on goal advantage, but the set pieces are coming a little bit more frequently for the guests compared to the hosts. Let's talk about how we got here in terms of score. 2 goals early on by Vincent Davis, including one in the first 3 minutes of play, ends up leading things off before Maloney gets a putback goal. Ryan Swift gets involved in a set piece, and then as the last minutes remain, Maloney's able to head one in off the fingertips of Gil Mosley, the Islander goaltender, that leads us at a 3-2 breakdown at the half. We've got a lot of playing left to have happen, and we've got a lot to deal with in terms of what these teams are going to deal with going up against Big Bay to knock next time around in the championship game. Did not get clarification on how that game-winning goal was scored. Probably won't get one at this point. Either way, the controversy was in a full effect, But it didn't matter for Big Bay as they were able to move and advance to the next round. Getting some good sportsmanship from some of the other teams that are around. Still seeing some polar bear jerseys, still seeing some different opportunities from the other schools to represent that are still around and their fans and their parents. So good opportunity to celebrate these kids some more. We're going to take one quick 50-second outro timeout to give my voice a little bit of a break before we start the second half.
Timber Products Company, a leader in diversified wood product sales, manufacturing, and transportation, is now hiring primary day shift production laborers for their manufacturing facility in Munising, Michigan. They offer many opportunities for job growth and advancement in a comprehensive benefits package, including life insurance, health, dental, vision, and prescription coverage, vacation and holiday pay, flexible spending accounts, and a 401k plan with employer contributions. Timber Products Company is an equal opportunity employer, including protected veterans and people with disabilities. See all Timber Products Company opportunities on the Careers tab at timberproducts.com. Contact Rochelle Hanna at rhanna@timberproducts.com. That's rhanna@timberproducts.com.
And we're back to the second half as we get started. Munising Baptist on top 3-2 as we've switched sides of the field. Munising Baptist now attacking the far right side of your television screen. And that's where we find the ball right now with a quick corner for the Bobcats. Swift to take this one on behalf of Munising. Brings it in. Well, actually, he's going to set the ball. There's a new tent there in the corner. And that's going to be attacked by the goalie. He's going to get some backup, kept in by Graves, but the counterattack in effect for Mackinac Island. With that is Harrison Myers coming up now towards the near wing, dumping it ahead towards Cromer. Cromer just going for it all. And he is not happy with that decision. Expecting better of himself with the way that facial expression was there. However, he's going to be able to laugh that one off and bring forward some more quality offensive opportunities. We know that with his skill set. Short goal kick. It goes immediately to Davis, and that's going to go right into the awaiting arms of MacArthur, who's able to make sure that there's no harm from that situation. Now here comes back the other direction. Quick opportunities from Maloney and company as it's a more aerial affair at midfield. Davis coming up the middle, putting this one on goal and almost got the hometown bounce. MacArthur having to almost arise from that kneeled position to make sure that he held on to that one. Ball coming out over the middle. Picked off by Myers, now picked off by Swift. Swift, fancy move on the right side. Feeding in towards Maloney. Instead, it's going to be redirected towards the goal line. And not sure who had touched that one last. It's going to be a goal kick. Exactly what we wanted to see by both squads as they come out of the half. Stay aggressive. Keep doing what feels good for you, especially when you've got Mackinac Island, who's got all these attackers on the counterattack. They're so fast. So many opportunities for them to move now as they're waiting for a goal kick after a substitution. Mosley to put this one in the air post haste. It's up in the air looking for Gamble. Instead finds Davis, who moves it back towards the outside, but kind of an awkward give and go. Ends up giving it back towards the other direction. Graves trips over the ball. She still maintains it going heads up against Davis. Instead, the ball's going to come now towards the near side. Won by Skylar Graves. Forcing it down into the corner where it's going to spin out of bounds, and we'll get another corner for the Bobcats. Second corner of this second half. Josh Maloney to take it, puts it in the air, and almost walked across the goal line by Mosley. He was facing the other direction when he caught it, had a toe tap and almost do a Reggie Bush type thing. Ends up booting it all the way down the field for Vincent Davis to give it back towards Derby Cromer, and Cromer looking for the approach. I like that idea. It almost kind of set like one of those set piece walls because there were so many players that were still away from the ball that Mackinac Island was able to push up, get set, get excited, and just missed on the opportunity. Goal kick handled by Davis. Phil's trying to push it out towards midfield. Couple of Bobcats with it over the midfield now. Maloney breakdancing with it. Trying to feed Graves up the middle. Instead, it's going to be pushed downfield to Ryan Swift as we start volleying the ball across the midfield line. Trying to find Cromer. Guarded by Michael Maloney. Cromer sending it over the middle and spinning towards net, and that one is just off mark. A little bit too high, a little bit too wide, but still dangerous as you were watching it approach the goal line. Ryan Swift will come down to give it the boot. The junior getting about 40 yards on that one before it comes across, headed down by Avery Gritz. Bounces around a couple of times, comes back again to Gritz. Graves go in there, trying to find Dylan Swift, left side. Bouncing around now to Maloney. Maloney driving towards the line, and it's going to be ran out of bounds. Past the extended goal line, it will be awarded a corner. And now in our 10th half of soccer, my voice is starting to go. It's been an exciting time. Swift on the far side, awaiting to put the ball in play from the corner. Setting up different pieces, but it was a little short. Easy for Mosley to go and chase down. He'll put it downfield. He's got a couple of options, namely Cromer with it now. Davis awaiting for a crossing pass. That was disrupted, though, by the defense. Cowell muscling his way in on possession of that one before Phil's pinballs that towards midfield. Dylan Swift, left wing, up against Grutz. Continuing along, and it will be a throw-in for Munising Baptist. Ball's going to be cleared out. Should be another corner. Munising Baptist 3, Mackinac Island 2. Mackinac Island technically the road team here in this one due to regular season standings. And the drop kick is shanked. Cromer tried keeping that one in, but the best he could do was knock it out of bounds. Play on for Graves, trying to get it over the cross, runs into Bunker instead, and Bunker's able to slow that one down. Munising Baptist trying to set her up in the middle. Graves attacking. Near wing. One-on-one now with Roman Grutz. Running into the official, and Grutz able to try to play ring around the rosy there with the near side official. And it'll be a goal kick now for Mackinac Island as the umbrellas are coming out for a little bit of a more wet rain, if you will. We're nice and dry here in the Jaminots press deck up here by the scoreboard here. And now the ball is going to come in late. Picked up by MacArthur. He'll put it downfield for Swift. He'll flick it on upfield, but it'll be pushed right back into the defensive zone by Cromer. Throw in. Munising Baptist deep down the sideline, and it will be out of bounds. And hopefully these umbrellas will get out of the broadcast camera's way. So, because we're having some problems with a couple of them. Either way, play goes on in the slick and the wet. Maloney trying to bust out over the middle. He's got Graves on his outside. Instead, tries to play it off the defender. He's going to throw it back towards the middle of the pitch. Michael Maloney. Forwards. Now it's going to be Matt Cowell trying to go up against Norton. Norton's going to win that battle and flick it down the field for Dylan Swift, left wing. Munising driving deep into the corner there. Kept in initially, and the player is slipped on the ground. Still inbounds. Coming in towards the net. It's still loose. Graves with the opportunity. Good help defense there by Groots as he's able to stop a clear-cut goal. Plays it off the official. As Roman Groots and Skylar Graves and whoever that official is are having fun playing catch with each other, because that's all the time. So they'll drop kick it down the other direction. Maloney dumps it out of bounds, and we'll see a throw in for Mackinac Island now. Myers throws it in. Now it's going to be knocked out of bounds into the grouping of umbrellas here in front of the Jam Express deck. Bobcats 3, Lakers 2. Second half of this semifinal. Haven't seen any goals in a while. Either way, we're going to get a throw in now for the home team. Kept in by Davis, but it goes straight towards Maloney as the 13s on each squad try to battle for possession. Coming in now will be Cromer to try to take this one away. He'll throw this one in deep, looking for Davis, ends up going towards Trek Fills instead. Falls forwards for the Maloneys as they move forward up the pitch. Gets it underneath the defender for Ryan Swift on the outside. Swift digging in, driving into the corner, bounces off the defender. He's got the right foot, cuts in towards the box, puts it in towards net, and deflected away. Maloney still with it down low and in. Nutmegs the defender for the fourth goal as that split underneath the legs of Logan Warner and puts a fourth goal on the board for Munising. Not much that the goalie can do on a situation like that because the ball is continually going the other way. He's going to shade towards the way that the motion is coming, and it just stayed and spun on the ground as Cromer's a little upset that he let that one go. He's going to keep chasing this one down, but it's been 4 unanswered for Munising Baptist so far in this one as Maloney's going to push on the near wing, trying to outrace Logan Warner down the sideline. And swing and a miss, mostly because he slipped on the pitch. As I've been informed by my cameraman, who's been doing a great job of providing some interesting stats and insight, this is the longest stretch of rain in any of the contests so far in the tournament. I know that there was some thought processes about being concerned about storms coming in, not just for people looking to maybe get off the island later on, but also for those that are going to be playing today. A lot of rain overnight. You can kind of see where the goalies are at, where the penalty kicks are at. There's some patches of dirt popping up as this free kick's going to come in from Maloney, and that's going to spin out wide left. And it will result in a goal kick now for the Lakers, as every ball that could possibly come in. Good job there by the ball boys on all sides of the field for making sure that the gameplay continues quickly. Ball comes over deep into the field, handled there by Ethan Swift, trying to feed his older brother Ryan. Instead, it kind of bounces a couple of times off of Gamble, and she's able to disrupt a couple of options for Mackinac Island. Is going to come out on the near side for Derby Cromer, who's got a couple of guys on the other side of the pitch. Now it's going to be Davis chasing it down into the corner. He's got position, puts it towards the box. Cowell's inside of it, and Maloney can't get rid of it. Cromer's going to muscle it away. Mackinac Island with a pretty solid offensive opportunity there, and it was a dumb luck get in the way kind of defense there by Ethan Swift to disrupt and eventually end that offensive opportunity for Mackinac. Deep hit into the box. Maloney chasing. He's going to try to flick it on the net. And a diving stop by Gail Mosley saves another one. And what would have been the fifth one here? Do a quick clean off of the camera there to see if we can remove that water spot. No dice either way. The only thing that you missed here on this one is, well, those gloves came in handy, was the opportunity by Mosley to stop another corner. Here come the Lakers down deep into the corner. Emma Swift with this one, trying to play this one out of the zone. Eventually be picked up by her brother Ryan. Ryan Swift now on the left side, crossing over, coming into the middle. The pursuit continuing before it's eventually cleared out on the back line by Morse. Ball is loose. One now by Mackinac Island. Cromer near side. Deep kick. That's on point. MacArthur's going to have to get involved, and he does. First shot on goal in over 10 minutes for Mackinac Island. They've had a couple of shots that have been off target. This is the first time they forced MacArthur to make a save here in a good amount of time. I'm not sure if it's the weather, not sure if it's the halftime adjustments, or maybe Mackinac Island just slowing down a little bit. There's Davis is going to put that one on. And again, those are the kind of the opportunities that we've been seeing from Mackinac. It's not that they're necessarily bad, but you're just caught a little bit off balance when trying to pound that in, and it's enough to be inaccurate with your shooting. Emma Swift puts this one in the air, bounces over the initial defender for Mackinac. She's able to chase it down, though, but toes the kick, and it'll be popped up now. Opposite field, looking for Trek Phils. Not sure if he's tall enough to go after that one. Eventually has to wait for two bounces to have it come down and be playable. And now here comes Mackinac Island back the other direction. Norton and Swift combine with the youngest Swift to try to get things going. Now Jasmine Graves going heads up against Maddie Gamble over the middle. Mackinac Island trying to come down from multiple scores here at this point. 4-2 as that one is deep and unleashed. Goes right over the top. It'll be a goal kick from Munising Baptist. It's getting a little chilly. It's kind of back to what it was during the first game of the day between Hannahville and Ojibwe. Now moving forward is Munising. Giving it up to Mackinac. Kick by Cromer. He'll try putting it towards net. Bounces it off of MacArthur's hand. hits the post. And Mackinac Island can't get a break if they bought a Kit Kat at the concession stand. Tough break there, and now a foul is going to be called. Be a free kick now for the Bobcats. Ryan Swift putting this one towards net, and coming out of goal will be Mosley to come and grab that one. Avoids the collision with Maloney, but either way, here come the Lakers now. They've got a couple of players, plus they got the always dangerous Davis waiting in the wing, staying just on the right side of onsides. Ball gets flipped to the other side and knocked out of bounds there by Grutz. And now a throw-in. Trying to redirect things deeper into the Bobcats offensive zone. It'll be Maloney pushing hard directly to the keeper. And he'll boot that to about midfield. Headed by Cowell. Looking for Davis on the far side. Able to make his first man miss. Now trying to beat his defender out and turn the corner. Instead, pegs the ball off of Ethan Swift's back. And that will create the first corner of the second half for Mackinac Island. Myers and Cowell in the box close up. Ball's going to be brought in and handled there by MacArthur. He'll get the ball on that one and step into the kick downfield. Comes up over Bunker, back to her defensive partner in Morse. Trying to get the counterattack going back the other way. Starting to see more of the goal-scoring opportunity players to shade more towards the back defensive line of Munising a little bit more, as there's at least 2 goals to make up and not a lot of time here in the second half. Big Beta Knock players are actually starting to get up and start to get ready to move to the other side of the field. So we know that the time is limited. And here comes big playmaker Davis driving in. He's got to put a foot on it, holds it up, crosses, and nobody's home to put it in. Cowell is trying to make up for it. He was sprinting in, giving good effort, just ran out of time. Thought there was an opportunity maybe for Davis to take a left footer and instead double backed in the hopes of getting the pass. The back door was open, just nobody was there to receive it. Off the top of the crossbar. The one-timer was there, and here's the awkward part of this conversation. Mackinac Island has hit the pipe more than they've had to force saves from MacArthur here in this half. Cross comes in, headed out by Swift, handled once again there by Lakeland Bunker. Excuse me, that was actually Maddie Gamble, my bad. She gets it one more time, mishandles the pass, and Munising Baptist chasing down. They try to hold on to it. Ryan Swift looking down the near sideline, is going to come out of bounds in front of the substitution area. Looks like the Lester sisters are looking for their opportunity to sub in, but will have to be after this throw-in. Instead, here comes Cowell moving forward, going towards the left line, looking for Davis. Davis cutting it over the middle, putting a shot towards net, and misses by a mere 6 inches on the right side. Tough break once again. The offensive opportunities continue for Mackinac. They just can't seem to find the accuracy deep in this one. They're down 2. Lots of time, maybe limited time, less time than I even thought, as we've got Moser coming off and the Lesters come on for Munising Baptist. Moving up towards the right side, ball continuing to bounce around. Throw in, upcoming. Mackinac deep. Over the middle. Trying to find Davis on the near side. Good defense there by Olivia Lesser, the freshman, stepping up big, using her small body to look sizable out there. Now it's Maloney over the middle, makes a man miss, comes across towards the near side. Ball is still loose, handled though by Graves, avoids the slide tackle, but the ball goes out of bounds. Will be a goal kick. Wasn't that funny? Actually, I did talk about Ethan Swift's diminutive size used in his advantage, and Pastor LaFlamme definitely sent a message saying he loved that line. So, so I get it. Either way, we're going to get a corner now for Munising Baptist. The second half has gone completely in favor of the Bobcats as another opportunity comes once again. This one, a low bouncer and cleared out by Avery Grietz. It's going to pop out for a throw-in. Maloney just leaving it short for Graves. Back towards Maloney. Maloney can score from that distance. He'll try to bend it in, and it hits the back side of the pipe, but through the side netting, because we found every single way to hit the goal besides go in it here on both sides of the pitch today by both squads. Goal kick over the middle, popped up by Graves, near side, crossed into the box, cleared out there by the defense, kept in by Davis. Davis now going up against Michael Maloney. Maloney's able to pop that up, but he's not going to be able to keep the ball away from Harrison Myers. Myers looking far wing, got a man. That's Cromer trying to chase that down. Instead, he's going to let it get knocked out of bounds, and Cromer will wait a little bit to see how many people he can get to come up the pitch and help him out. Throws it in now towards Myers. Far side, back to Cromer. Cromer looking to give it the boot. Comes in towards net, goes off of a player, and just squeaks out past the outside of the net. More substitutions for the Bobcats, and that's going to be a goal kick. Went off of one of the Lakers last. 4-2 here in the second half. Second semifinal. Big Mackinac is waiting patiently. Ball picked off there by Davis. Davis with a long strike. I think he towed it. Didn't get a lot of dirt on it. I think he ended up hitting more of his cleat into the turf and kind of dragged that foot. Definitely the right idea. As we'll try this one again, a goal kick. Pop back into play by Maddie Gamble. Being chased down now by Cowell on the outside. He's going to try to cross, and he'll miss right. This is the first time today's contest has been the first time this season I've seen Mackinac Island. I tell you what, they've got amazing player IQ. They've got some great opportunities. They know when to start striking. They know when to try to intercept the pass. It's just been an issue of accuracy today because they've really stepped up here in the last 5 minutes and just haven't been able to get anything in the spot that needs to be, which is the back of the net. Defensively, they've got a couple opportunities here where some great playmakers are coming up, but Mosley's had a solid day in net. And honestly, you can tell this is definitely a team that belongs here in the semifinal. Regardless of how this outcome turns out, we still got plenty of time to go. Davis now working that near line, stepping into the box, walking down the goal line. He's got the corner inside and saved by MacArthur. MacArthur gets the punt down towards Maloney. Plays it off of the defender. Now he'll move up the right side. Maloney trying to outbreak the defense as everybody comes and gets tangled up. Gamble slipped and brought everybody down with her. So, good call for a no call in a situation like that and just allow Munising Baptist to have the throw in. Kept in the zone by Jasmine Graves. Cutting back over the over the middle, and now that counterattack is going to start. Cromer on the outside, outrunning his initial defender. Now Maloney coming in for help, crosses it over the middle, and MacArthur deciding to just lean with knocking the ball down in front of him to get an easier pickup. Not a bad play when everybody's spread out like that. Good idea there by the freshman. Though that's not typically how you would handle a situation like that. Another deep cross into the box, this time handled defensively by Emma Swift. Picked up by MacArthur, and he'll punt it back out. Josh Maloney straight up against, looks like Logan Warner. Warner pushing hard. He's able to get it out towards midfield, but Ryan Swift was there waiting. And offsides against Leicester. So we've seen that in a couple other games so far, as Megan Lester, the 8th grader, is the one out in the back there, as she has been caught offsides a couple of times. Either way, it results in an opportunity the other direction for Mackinac Island. Coming, pushing up hard, and the header is going to be redirected to the wrong side. And that will do it. 10-5 to the end. And a dramatic and exciting contest here in the semifinal. Munising Baptist scores 4 unanswered to win 4-2 in the semifinal, setting up and continuing the all-chalk tournament with Big Bay awaiting the Munising Baptist Bobcats. We'll take a timeout. We'll go over your goal scorers, give a Munising, a Methodological Munising player of the game before we get ready for the title contest. You're watching and listening to the Northern Lights League semifinals in soccer live from Mackinac Island here on Rome Media.
No one talks pizza like Main Street. Fresh hot pizza that can't be beat. Plenty of toppings, sauce and cheese. Available for takeout or delivery. Big city taste, friendly small town service. One bite and you'll agree. Main Street pizza is made to please. No one talks pizza like Main Street.
Great automotive care to keep your ride running smoothly. Visit the auto specialist at Skip's Auto Repair in Munising. Skip's Auto Repair, located at 109 East Munising Avenue, services vehicles for oil changes and lube, auto repair, brake repair, diagnostic services, electrical repair, engine repair, tune-ups, suspension repair, and general maintenance. Call 387-5120 for quality auto service you can rely on. Be sure to choose Skip's Auto Repair.
When it's time to find insurance professionals you can depend on, trust in Alger General Agency, serving our area since 1942, providing personal, residential, and commercial lines of insurance with A+ rated companies. Alger General Agency takes pride in their one-of-a-kind customer service with a comfortable hometown feel, with 2 locations in downtown Munising and Marquette's Chippewa Square. Find contact info for both locations at algergeneralinsuranceenagency.com.
What drives you? Is it the desire to get back to nature and enjoy the beauty of the world around us? Or is it the adrenaline you feel when you hit the trail on your bike? Maybe what drives you is the thrill of the catch. Or maybe it's about who you're getting outside with. But whatever drives you, Fox Marquette Chevrolet gets you there.
Man, I love this UP life.
Find new roads at Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
It's Radio Bingo, Thursday mornings at 10 on AM 1400, 97.7 WQXO, brought to you in part by People's State Bank. Congratulations to Patty Chaperone for winning on last week's cards. You can get this week's Radio Bingo cards at Hillside Party Store East, up on H58, People's State Bank in beautiful downtown Munising, or at Hillside Party Store West across from the ball field in Munising. It's Radio Bingo, Thursday mornings at 10 on WQXO.
The Mackinac Island Lakers receiving a hero's welcome to their home fans as they cross the field for the final time this season, finding themselves on the other side of a 4-2 victory for Munising Baptist here in the semifinals. It was a 3-2 game going into halftime. The only goal scored here in the second half was courtesy of Josh Maloney, who completed his hat trick in this one as the Bobcats win 4-2. We'll give the Many Lodge of Munising players of the game. We'll give one to each side, as I believe this Mackinac Island team is more than deserving for player recognition. And I think I got to give it to Vincent Davis, what he was able to do and command as a player from the outside, being able to command the ball inside, rotate it around, create opportunities, and play well off of what his teammates were giving him. Brilliant moves there by Davis, and he got 2 goals on top of it to make sure that Mackinac Island was properly respected for their skill set in this contest. On the other side, Maloney had a hat trick. Not much you can do to kind of redirect things. I think MacArthur might have made a case late based on the fact that he was able to stand up tall in goal and not allow anything in after those first 2 goals in the first 11 minutes of the contest. But Maloney comes up big. He sealed the lead with seconds to go in the first half, and then he put the insurance goal in the second to make sure that Munising was on top. Up next will be your final. We'll get everything set up with that. You can kind of see Big Bait and Knock in front of you right now warming up. And the Black Bears will play their second game of the tournament up against Munising Baptist. Munising Baptist, after losing so many players to graduation last year, scheduled Big Bay to knock in their first game of the season. However, Big Bay had the opportunity to catch some teams by surprise earlier in this one. They beat Mackinac Island early in the season. They beat Munising Baptist early in the season in Wetmore, and they were able to have a tie with them to make sure that they could clinch the regular season title. This is going to be an excellent matchup between these teams, something that I think everybody, not only for the schools involved, but the league as a whole, can put their hat on as they get excited to know about what they will bring to the table in the next contest. I will be right here on the Row Media Facebook and YouTube pages, and we'll be able to move from there. We'll wrap up this video. We'll go move on to the next one. You know how to watch it by now, as we'll have Big Bay up against Munising Baptist for the Northern Lights League title upcoming after this.